Now, yesterday, the shares of NIO closed the day up almost 5%, which made them end the day trading around $17.39. And this, of course, came after we read wonderful news from China to say that Shanghai hard lockdown which was imposed in that city will be lifted off from today, which here getting to see that we saw most of the Chinese stocks recovering. We saw NIO, like I said, up almost 5% together with other Chinese stocks, but NIO, specifically with NIO, it was one of the Chinese stocks that really did well yesterday. Now, of course, one of the main things, or another thing that of course made the shares of NIO to recover, it was the bullish article, or the bullish sentiment article that was released coming from Morgan Stanley. Now, before we get to that article, please know that this video is just an entertainment video and you should not take it as a professional financial advice. Now, I would really appreciate if you can just hit that likes button if you do enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about the article we read from Morgan Stanley. And of course, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content, because NIO is one of the stocks that I talk a lot about on this channel, and it is a stock that those of you that have been following me for some time, it is seriously dominating my stock market portfolio. And just yesterday, those of you who follow me on my social media handles, I added 116 NIO shares. Well, I know that to others this might not be a big transaction, but to me it was one of those transactions that I really enjoyed doing, because I know that I'm putting my money where my mouth is, which is something that is always good. And of course, I'll continue loading the boat if NIO remains in this low trading price, because my average purchase share price after my transaction yesterday, it came below $27 as seen on the screen, which is something that really made me to be excited to say that slowly but surely we are getting there. And one way or the other, when these stocks fully recovers to its all-time high, I'll be seriously laughing at the kind of returns that I would have generated from this stock, which is the very same thing that I think those of you that have been following me for some time are probably trying to load the boat here and there. And of course, not saying that I'm a professional financial advisor, you must load because I load, but that is why I always encourage you guys to also do your own due diligence, so that at least when you put your money in the stock market, you can also be comfortable doing so. So as I've said, another reason why the NIO stock was up almost 5% or closed the day almost up almost 5% yesterday, it was because of the bullish sentiment article that we read from Morgan Stanley. This is one of the things that made investors to go in and load the boat onto this NIO stock, which is why we saw them up almost 5% when the stock market closed. So this is one of the things, because you remember that Morgan Stanley is also one of the institutions, ladies and gents, that is seriously investing into this NIO stock, which is one of the things that of course it makes us to really believe, because with Morgan Stanley, remember that their price target on NIO of this NIO stock, it's around $34 per stock. And looking on where NIO is currently trading at right now, I think it is a good opportunity for you to probably go in and load the boat, because Morgan Stanley is actually saying that they are foreseeing in the short term the NIO stock recovering. They are foreseeing in the short term NIO finally recovering, because China, things are starting to move smoothly. I mean, Shanghai lockdown, it is being lifted off today, or was lifted off today, which is something that I personally believe that it is incredible, and it is going to make stocks like NIO to do really good in the near term. They further indicated, or we go to read one of the most important thing on the article, to say that Chinese government plans to reduce tax by half to those vehicles with low emissions, which is of course is the EV vehicles like NIO, which is one of the things that is going to make these companies to further be in demand, because you remember that not only are we seeing this tax emission being going to be cut into half, but you remember that there are also subsidies that the Chinese government also came out and said that they will be offering 10,000 Chinese yuan subsidies to those that want to buy these Chinese EV cars. Now, to get to see that also tax is going to be reduced to by half on these kind of vehicles, it is one of the things that, of course, must just show you that this is an industry which we might see some very good, strong recovery due to the latest developments, due to the activities that the Chinese government is doing on this EV industry. Now, according to Morgan Stanley, this kind of tax being cut into half of EV vehicles is definitely going to increase or boost the revenues of a stock like NIO, which is something that is truly amazing and must just make you to take this low trading price as an opportunity for you to load the boat, which is the very same thing. It's just that now I don't have more money to do so, but I'm really excited with the fact that I managed to load the boat onto this NIO stock. NIO is a company that is doing well, and it is supposed to do very well even in the future. And the good thing that I like about this Chinese or the Chinese government is that they are doing their utmost best to support this kind of an industry or their EV industry, which is one of the things that I really think it's commendable. I mean, there are so many things, or there are some of the things that you find on social media, people bad mouthing China and all those kind of things, but one thing that I really like about the Chinese government is that they do their best to make sure, or they are doing their best to make sure that this EV or their EV industry continues to do well even in the years or in the near term, which is one of the things that it's truly amazing and must definitely motivate you to remain bullish and stay long onto these EV companies like NIO. Now, as I've said, Morgan Stanley currently has an overweight rating onto this NIO stock with a price target of $34. And looking at where NIO is currently trading at today, I mean, yesterday it closed trading $17.39 to this 34. It's almost 100% increase from where NIO is currently trading at, which is an opportunity or something that must motivate you to probably load the boat onto this NIO stock, because one way or the other, this is a stock which is just set to do very well. Otherwise, I just thought I should just give you this quick video about the bullish sentiment or the bullish note that we just read from Morgan Stanley yesterday. Otherwise, if you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and once you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you load the boat, like I always say, please do make sure that you do on due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you are putting your money onto this NIO stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.